Kate Garraway tortured herself listening to husband Derek Draper's phone to hear his old voice. The Good Morning Britain host's husband of 18 years died on January 3, almost 4 years after he first fell seriously ill with COVID. Kate Garraway admitted she tortured herself by listening to husband Derek Draper's voicemail to hear his old voice. Former spin doctor Mr. Draper died on January 3, aged 56, after suffering a heart attack just before Christmas, almost 4 years after he first fell seriously ill with COVID. He was plagued with health woes after contracting the virus in March 2020, and was receiving 24-hour care. His funeral will take place this Friday, February 2. Garraway, who was married to the former Labour spin doctor for 18 years and shared 2 children with him, supported him throughout and was there until the very end, holding his hand. The TV presenter, 56, revealed that one thing that would give her the strength to continue to fight for her other half, was to call his phone to hear his voice when he was in an induced coma. Writing in her 2023 memoir, The Strength of Love, she explained, "I knew that what I was about to do would be like torturing myself, but I sensed this was the moment that I needed to push myself to the limit. I called Derek's old mobile number and heard his old voice on the answer phone, so powerful, so in control, the soft Lancashire accent so familiar and now so distant from the whispered words we heard from Derek every day. I was floored, but knew I had to go deeper, so I searched his last texts to me and his emails going further back than the final heartbreaking ones he'd sent me from the hospital, before he was put into the coma." She also sought comfort from poring over old emails, writing, "These were emails from 2019 and early 2020. Some were practical, pick up X or I can't make that. Can you? Then there were lengthier ones about the children, Darcy's GCSE options and Bill's struggles with maths. There were others about me, and my projects. What you've written, darling, is really good. I am having a good day too, but we'll tell you about that over your famous Thai fish cakes for tea, hint hint?" he'd written. At the time, I had seen these messages in an almost businesslike way. As I rushed around, busy with work and the kids. 3 years on, reading these day-to-day conversations brought me to tears. I felt full of regret that I hadn't treasured this connection more. She concluded, if someone had asked me to explain what it was Derek and I had together, I could have sent them these few notes of love and support. That's all they would have needed. Kate Garraway will lay her husband Derek Draper to rest today following his heartbreaking death on 3 January, with his funeral taking place at the Church of St Mary the Virgin in Primrose Hill, London. Good Morning Britain presenter Kate, 56, and her 2 children, Darcy, 17, and Billy, 14, will be supported by family and friends as they say goodbye to the beloved husband and father. Derek tragically passed away nearly 4 years after he first fell seriously ill with COVID. He had suffered complications following a cardiac arrest in December, and Kate announced his passing on Instagram on 5 January. Derek was surrounded by his family in his final days and I was by his side holding his hand throughout the last long hours, and when he passed, she wrote in her announcement. The mum of 2 signed off the message by adding, "Rest gently and peacefully now Derek, my love, I was so lucky to have you in my life." Many of Kate's famous pals and colleagues have started to arrive at Derek's funeral, which Kate invited members of the press to attend. The star's fellow GMB presenters Susanna Reid, Ben Shepherd, Alex Beresford, Charlotte Hawkins and Ed Balls have all arrived at the service, as well as ex-GMB host Piers Morgan. Fiona Phillips is also among the arrivals, marking the first time the journalist has been seen in public since announcing she had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease last year.